So on Monday, you guys remember that President Trump held a press conference with Russian President Vladimir Putin. And of course, during that conference, he refused to hold Putin accountable for that country's efforts to disrupt our elections. Now, Trump said, look, President Putin just said it's not Russia. I don't see any reason why it would be Russia. Okay. Later on, he goes and he kind of does a little bit of a correction, like, I don't know, it wouldn't be Russian. Or so, but then again, it's other people. It's other people. In fact, yesterday I talked about the massive fallout from that, where you had members of Fox News that were criticizing him, people like Maria Bartiromo. Now, she's one of the biggest Trump ass-kissers I've ever seen. And yet even she had to concede, oh, yeah, this is bad. You had Brian Kilmeade, people on Fox and Friends. And so Trump watched this, and at first he was enraged that people were not actually defending him. And then later on, he was convinced that he should walk it back. In fact, he says that he misspoke. Quote, I accept our intelligence community's conclusion that Russia meddling in the 2016 election took place. I would like to clarify a key sentence in my remarks. I said the word would instead of wouldn't. The sentence should have been, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be Russia. Now, what's funny is that after he had originally said that, oh, no, I don't see why it would be Russia. By the way, I want to go and see the server. Well, what server? Well, the DNC server. So he brings it back to Hillary's emails, the DNC server, and all that stuff. And then George Soros got thrown in there too by Putin. And look, it seemed to be pretty clear what he meant to say. So I don't really buy his, oh no, guys, I misspoke. That's all. I misspoke. But anyway, now, and let me use that as sort of a springboard to go to this next statement. He added, it could be other people also. A lot of people out there, there was no collusion at all. Well, no, wait a minute. You're talking about how, well, I accept the intelligence agencies when they said that we were hacked, that the DNC, and let me be clear on that, no vote totals were changed, but there was hacking into the DNC, the DCCC, Hillary Clinton, and, of course, these emails that came out, very, very relevant emails, by the way, were released. That is through the efforts of Russian hacking. Now, they did attempt to try to get into the voter database. That's disastrous, which is why, hey, guess what? Maybe we should protect our elections by going to hand-counted paper ballots and make sure that we have some sort of protections against other people, other countries, hackers being able to get into our system, which would actually make sense. But anyway, during all that, the camera caught something kind of interesting. And so this is where the fun comes in. Now, as he read, according to HuffPost, as he read prepared remarks to reaffirm that he accepts the findings of the U.S. intelligence community about Russia's interference, cameras picked up on one of the type pages a handwritten note in thick black marker that read this. There was no collusion, with, of course, collusion misspelled. Let's take a look at that. I've actually got pictures. There was no collusion. All right, well, here's another one. The whole page. There was no collusion. Look, aside from the goofy misspelling and the fact that he does not know how to spell collusion. He may not know how to spell collusion, but it's possible he might know how to do collusion. Although we don't necessarily know for sure, since none of the intelligence reports actually do say anything about him colluding with Russia, but nonetheless, I love how he can't even spell it right. Now, this isn't the first time. He's also had to make notes that remind him to listen to shooting survivors, right? Now, the card included 5 notes for Trump, including one, I hear you. Now, this is, of course, after the Parkland shooting. Now, look, I'm just saying that if you need reminders of very simple things, there's a couple of things that may be going on here, a couple of explanations. One, you might be trying to keep your lies straight. Or two, you might just be an idiot. Or maybe in Trump's case, both. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.